Welcome to Me, You, and XU, and we have another episode of Behind the Lyrics with Jay Sand, the artist of At the Club. So, how are you doing today?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Your song was featured on one of our other shows, and how did you come about like getting it on there?
Well, I'm actually cool with Jordan, and when we were like coming up with the idea for his show, we were thinking like maybe we could have a segment where we show like Xavier artists' music, and you know, since I was behind that, I thought it would be cool if I was the first one to kind of open this. Well, it closed the show, but it opened up that segment of the show.
Okay, so what inspired this song?
I actually like cause it's a freestyle. I like the actual song by Jacquees and Dej, and I heard it like a long time ago before it really got popular, and I was like, I should do something to this beat, but I never thought of anything until like recently, and I was like, okay, this is cool, because I haven't dropped anything in a while and I'm working on an album, and I just thought it'd be cool to just put a freestyle.
So do you think freestyles are easier to come up with in songs?
Yes, because they're random. Like songwriting, when I write a song, I don't just write, I have to write something I really feel, or if I'm telling a story, it has to be something I relate to. Like a freestyle can just be a freestyle. Like freestyles for me are more like braggadocious. It's like if I'm gonna freestyle, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm nice, I'm this, I'm that. But if I'm telling a story in a song, like songwriting is more introspective for me. Like if I'm freestyling, it could be anything and doesn't have to do with anything. So it's a whole lot easier. Okay,
so you said you like telling stories in your songs. What is like one of the main stories you feel like you gravitate towards telling in your music?
Just about like me personally, because the reason I got into music was because like at a young age, I was really like shy. I didn't talk to anyone. Like I didn't like even speaking to people or interacting with people. And music allowed me to say things I wanted to say without actually having to say them to people. So it was like, I can tell people things that have happened to me growing up and not even having to have those conversations. You can listen to my song and be like, wow, I know Jaleel a little bit better because I heard it in the song,
Okay. So you would say your personality is more of an introvert at the time as you were growing up?
At times, yeah. Okay. But like the more I made music, the more I got out of that shell, and I'm not as introverted as I was as a child.
Do you remember your first song, the name of it?
Yes, and this was actually my only song that has ever been on iTunes, and I was like 13. It was called Act Like You Don't See That. I had two uncles. One of them made the beat, and then the other one is actually on the song with me. I cringe every time I listen to the song because I feel like the song is terrible, but it shows growth. Like if you listen to like this song, the most recent song now, and then listen to that song, it's like two completely different people. And like I recorded this song before like puberty hit and before my voice really got, it's hilarious to listen to, but I like it.
And you said it was on iTunes.
Yes.
That's nice.
And it still is if y'all want to, because I am a broke college student, so,
Yes, please go find it. What's the name of it?
Act Like You Don't See That, and it's, J-S.A.N.D.
Okay. So, At the Club, what inspired that freestyle particularly? Me
liking the song, and actually, if we want to talk about storytelling, I actually tell a story in that song.
You do.
And this is like a combination of experiences I've had in life, with girls, but like this is like a compilation of experiences, because people have asked me like, is this just one person? It's not. And my mom told me one time, like, she's like, I like the freestyles, because my mom is like my biggest fan, and she's also like my second biggest critique, because I feel like I'm my worst critic. My mom was like, okay, it's cool to freestyle and talk about how cold you are and how nice your flow is, but nobody wants to hear that every time you freestyle. So I was like, okay, maybe I should tell a story, or maybe I should do something different this time, because I get tired of rapping about how nice I am. Because I realized I don't like when rappers do that, so why would I do that myself? So this was just something different.
Okay. So what would you say was like your this is what I want to do moment in rapping?
I started taking it seriously in like 6th grade because I've been making beats since I was 7, and I started actually writing around like when I was 8. Because the funny story, Kanye West is like my favorite artist of all time, right? And when I was 8, he dropped his 3rd album, which is called Graduation. And at the time, I was like kind of like debating out of him and Lil Wayne who were my favorite rappers, right? So I'm listening to this album, and there's a song on the album with both of them on it, and they're both going crazy. Ironically, this is the first beat I've ever wrote a freestyle to. I don't remember it, but I just know that was the beat in the song that made me want to rap. And then I was like, okay, I'm cool with this. I think I could do this. I'm kind of good at it. But I didn't, take it seriously until 6th grade. I had this English teacher, and we were writing poetry. And I presented a rap I wrote, but I made it into a poem so I could present it in class. And she pulled me to the side. I was like, Jaleel, you could actually do this, right? And then that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this.
Okay, so for your fan base, how do you grow it? Like, what do you do to promote your music now?
I use social media. That's pretty much it. Like, I'm one of those people, because in high school I was so bad with like literally walking up to people like, you gotta listen to my music, I'm Jaleel, like this, like to the point where like people were so aggravated with me. Like people would like avoid conversations with me because they knew I was gonna bring up my music. I feel like that works in a sense because they know what I'm gonna say, and they know, okay, I should give him a chance because he keeps talking about it. And then when they actually listen, they're like, hey, he's not too bad, and they listen to more, and then that's what grows the fan base.
Okay, and Jay San, where does that name come from?
Okay, that relates back to the Kanye thing, because his album, I forgot, it was Yeezus actually. And this is when people have always said that Kanye was like arrogant and he was narcissistic and stuff like that. Now, growing up as a child, I was very insecure about a lot of things. Like, I don't like the gap in my teeth. I don't like the fact that I'm short. It's a lot of things I was insecure about. But I learned to embrace myself and be comfortable with myself. And I was like, hey, I need a rap name that'll like assert myself as a nice rapper. Because I feel like if you're a rapper, you have to feel like you're the best. You have to know you're the best. So J-San stands for Jaleel's such a narcissistic dude, because I was personifying what I thought Kanye was and what Kanye meant to hip hop, because he's one of my biggest inspirations. So that's where it comes from.
So with one song, what song do you think any artist like represents you, or is more like a reflection of you? If you can name one song of your life.
Can it be one of my songs?
It can be your song.
Okay, there's this song on my last album. It's called Jaleel's Rant. It's like a good 7 minutes long, and it's me talking about everything from birth to like up until that moment, which is like November 2017. My mom told me she listened to that song and cried. I had never really seen my mom cry, but knowing that my song made my mom cry, like, creeped me out. But I was like, that's when I knew I'm doing something here.
Okay. And say 3 words that represent you as an artist.
As an artist, okay. Different. No, that's basic. Scratch that. Different. We're just gonna say different. We're gonna say nostalgic, and we're gonna say creative.
Creative. Okay, and where do you think you got your creative side from?
My mom, because my mom's a writer. My mom is a powerful writer. She writes poetry. My mom, like, I actually come from a musical family, like, and I was always like that nephew and that grandson that could always hang with the grown-ups, and the grown-ups were always making music because my uncle had like an in-home studio. So I would be with them, and I was like influenced by what they were doing. I think that's why I like music so much now, because that was what they did, and that's what I do now, you know.
Okay, so tell everybody where they can find At The Club one more time.
Okay, you can find At The Club on my SoundCloud. It's Sandbox Music Group. It's like all together. It's not like a space between the words. And you can follow me on Twitter at J___SAND. Instagram, J_S.A.N.D. Don't forget the dots because, you know, you might pull up somewhere else. Facebook, if you still do that. I don't know, maybe your aunts and grandmothers can follow me at Jaleel Ross, JALEELROSS.
Okay, and you said you're working on a new project.
I don't want to talk because my process is like very sporadic. Like I can have a concept and go forward with that concept for like a whole year and then change it last minute because I don't set out to make an album. That's why I don't name albums until I'm done with them. I'll make the songs first and then listen to it and be like, I'm gonna name it this. It's very rare that I set out with a name or a concept because I make songs based on feeling and how I feel. I can't just set out to make a random song unless it's a freestyle, because if it's a freestyle, anything goes. But if it's like I'm trying to tell a story, or if I'm trying to, you know, send a message, or I'm trying to make something relatable for people that listen to me, I gotta be very strategic and careful about what I put out. So I just know I'm planning for September. I'm making some really good songs. I got a lot of other of my fellow Xavierites on it, but I don't know what I'm gonna name it. I don't know, but
okay, so
what
September.
I got so far is amazing. September 2018. Expect something from Jaleel.
Okay, well, you guys have it. This is Behind the Lyrics. We have Mr. J Sand with us. We hope you enjoyed it, and we're gonna introduce your song again, I guess, after the end of this at the club. Make sure you check it out. See you later.
All right, thank you.
I ain't met her at the club, cause I don't go out. But even if I go out, you know a nigga gon' show out. We always tend to roll out way before the party close out. I know she like to throw 'em out, cause every time she blow me, it's a blowout. She make a whole pout, man, she the one they wanna know about. But she kinda superficial, she don't speak if you got no clout, which I think is kinda stupid though. Honestly, y'all scaring me. Why everything in life gotta be based on popularity? I seen her at the party, I was there with my homies. I went try to give her a hug, she act like she ain't know me. But I know her so well, when they put on that for real, she threw it back on my giant. I caught the shit like Odell. She was high, I ain't gon' lie, I was kinda faded too. I asked what she was doing later, we could've made some major moves. She told me she had plans, kinda had to play it cool, but I could tell she was lying. She must take me for a fool. I told her shoot me a text when she got back to her crib. Then she told me to be safe and do the same, so I did. Then I said don't forget to text me on some serious shit. But I ain't get no text, cause she went to where her nigga live. Now me and her been talking, spending time for a while. She told me that I'm always on her mind with a smile. And when I asked if she could be mine, she said no, and that's cause she just wanna keep me on the side. That's wild. Now her boyfriend mad, man, he bold as shit. Don't try to check me, bro, go control your chick. What problem is that gon' solve? Nigga, it's not my fault that
bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
So I told her that we should stop fucking around, that'd be best though. I know you got a man, I'm falling back out of respect. But if you knew you had a man, you should've said that from the get-go. I'ma just disappear like magic, Sodexo. If you took me for granted, swear to God you took a real loss. Must've lost your mind, like your brain is for real lost. How you gon' sleep on Lil? Like for real? I'm Jaleel Ross. Girls lining up to taste my pickle and my dill sauce. Classic, my flow so fucking classic. Flow is tougher than steel, you motherfuckers is plastic. When I'm not making tracks or I'm not mixing and mastering, I be studying avidly. I'm passing my classes, B, and these niggas know that Lil always coming with that pressure. This is not a drill or a lab or a lecture. This a all-in-one course, cause I'm schooling these niggas. My flow hot, but Jaleel so fucking cooler than niggas. I mean, I'm damaging these niggas, damn, I'm lit. I'm making sure my people eat. Ain't no family famine in this bitch, man. I am such a champion, I can't be tampered with. I'm getting closer to the top like I work middle management. No, I don't need no middleman for this. You know I handle business. I'm convinced you pussy animals is pussy animus. You gotta scan a dictionary and become an analyst to get that definition. Damn it, man, I think I'm rambling again, so let me finish.